What's good, guys? I'm here with my son Booba today. He has the same car as me, the 330i, and I'm gonna be helping him hardwire his dash cam to his fuse box, just like I did with my car. Of course, we got my car sitting pretty over here, the Saab M3. But yeah, guys, so we got his car sitting right here. He currently has his dash cam. What brand is your dash cam again?
Huh?
What brand is your dash cam?
Oh, no, bro. This isn't
Van True. He has a Van True dash cam. He currently has it plugged into the cigarette port right there. So today we're gonna replace that with the hard wiring kit. That's right here. You got this off Amazon?
Yeah, for Amazon.
Yeah, so you guys can get this off Amazon for like $9-10. And yeah, without further ado, let's get the process started. So first thing you wanna do, the fuse box is actually located under here in the G20 BMW. And there's a little plastic panel with 2 screws that you wanna get out right under here. So you want to get these 2 out and pull out this plastic panel here. Hey guys, so what I would do is I would get a flathead, because sometimes it's a little hard. I would get a flathead and insert it into the screw here. Oh my god. Hold on, guys. It's kind of difficult doing this with one hand. Yeah, you can hold this for me real quick, the camera. Alright. Oh, yeah, I got it out with my hand actually. Just have to twist it. There we go. Yeah. You can hand twist it right here. Once you feel them come loose, you're gonna pull your mat back a little bit. Sometimes the mat holds up and it's pushing up against that plastic trim. And then gently wiggle it out, just like that. Pull the mat back a little bit. There we go. You want to disconnect this part for the ambient lighting right here. Disconnect this cable. So once you disconnect that, you could pull the rest of the plastic trim off. There's a clip holding the wire there. So you just, there you go. Once you get this plastic trim out, that should give you access to the fuse box right over here under the car. You guys see it right there. And from there, we're gonna go ahead and run the hard wiring kit. Plug it into one of these right here. So one of them has, on one side has constant power, which means that even when you do shut off your car, the dash cam still runs. And then on the other side, you have the one that's only activated when the car is on. So depending on how you want to wire your dash cam, if you want to be able to have your dash cam running while your car is off, especially like if you live in like New York City and you want to park somewhere, you're scared about leaving your car, I would recommend keeping it on the constant power fuse box. If not, then I would just plug it into the one that turns on and off when your car is on or off. If you are planning on keeping your car on, keeping the dash cam on the part of the fuse box that's always running, I would recommend getting a battery jump starter. Just in case. It's never happened to me before. I've had my dash cam plugged in to the constant power and the fuse box. Never had issues with the battery, but just in case, I would get a battery jump starter in case, you know, your battery doesn't start or your car doesn't start one day. You could just jump start it. I do get a little alert that says battery management every time I leave the car overnight with the dash cam on, but I've never had an issue starting my car or any issues with the battery whatsoever. And I have my radar and the dash cam hardwired in. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get the wire running started. Alright guys, so now that we have access to the fuse box and we have clearance to work, we're gonna get our tools and also the materials that came with the hard wiring kit. So the first thing you want to make sure when you're ordering your hard wiring kit is that the power connection actually fits your dash cam. So this dash cam is powered by USB-C cable, which we verified and ordered the right part. So yours might be a micro USB or most likely not lightning, but either USB-C most likely or micro USB. Most of them are USB-C, so just make sure you're ordering the right one for your dash cam. And then there's going to be this red part here and then the ground wire connection. And it also comes with a few adapters for your fuse box. Make sure it comes with multiple adapters. This is the right one for BMW. It's the biggest looking one. And once you have those, it also comes with these as well. It should match the size for the fuse box connector. This is the right size, the biggest one as well. I don't know what these are called, but basically what you want to do is you want to plug this one in here. There we go. All right, then once you plug this one in, you're gonna unplug one of the connectors in the fuse box as well, and then you're gonna connect it here. So since we want constant power, we're probably going to unplug one of the ones from up here. I remember unplugging the first one from mine, so I'm gonna go ahead and unplug that right now. So we just got this one out. Just got it out from under here. So this is the spot where it's supposed to be. Got it out. Then we're gonna get the connector here that I have. We're gonna plug this part in right to the top here, just like that. Should look something like this. Then what you want to do is you're gonna take the Hardwire, and then this red part here, you're gonna want to plug it in just right here. Yep. And once you plug that in, this is gonna go back to the spot where we pull this from, which is right under here. And it's gonna go back in there just like that. Okay. So once that's in, should be getting some power, but then we have this ground wire. So where this goes, there's actually a little screw right here. Where is it? Right here. So you're gonna want to unscrew this right here, and then you're gonna kind of slip it under the screw to give it power. I'm gonna show you guys what I mean. I'm not making sense with my words, but I'm gonna show you guys an explanation of what I'm talking about. So to do that, we first have to unscrew this. I think this is an 8mm if I'm not mistaken. Let's go ahead and try. Let me get my toolbox. But yeah, so we're gonna unscrew that. Give me 1 second. Let me get my tools. I got the tools in the back here. Let's see. Let's real quick. It's a 9mm. Okay, this is an 8mm right here. So let's attempt with the 8mm to see if it does unscrew. Okay, it might be a 10. So we're gonna go 2 sizes up to a 10. Yep, 10mm. Perfect. Hold this for me, buddy. All right, now that we have the right tool, we need something. You a little. What's this called again?
Allen wrench.
Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man.
No. Is it?
Yeah.
Allen wrench?
Word.
Nah, but I think those are Allen keys. I don't know. I think it's called a wrench.
Word tools are wrenches.
I don't know, bro. All of them. It's a tool. You know what this is? The one that makes this little sound. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
You want a little. So to unscrew it, I think you're supposed to flip the lever right, because there's resistance going counterclockwise. I'm not a mechanic, guys, so don't fry me in the comments for me. This is DIY, so. But yeah, so you want to flip it to the right. You want to feel, if you're unscrewing it, it should be going counterclockwise, which is left. So if you feel resistance towards the left, that means you're unscrewing it. So now that we have the tool, it's going in the right direction, we're gonna go ahead and unscrew this right here. Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect. To be honest, you don't even have to take it out. You just want to get it loose enough to fit right in between here. Perfect. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna test whether there's power in the dash cam. So to do that, we're gonna take the dash cam, which is right here. We're gonna take the dash cam and we're going to plug in the USB-C connection right here. So I'm gonna hold this right here. You guys are gonna look just to see, let me know if there's power. Where's the ground wire connector? Okay. So
Power.
power?
Yeah, should have been light.
Okay, yeah. So we've confirmed it. Yep, there we go. We've confirmed that there is power going to the dash cam. That means the connector is working. Everything's good. Now we just have to screw on the ground wire back in place. Yeah, there we go. So there's power going to the dash cam. We've confirmed everything's good. Now we just need to screw this back on while holding this in place. So as you guys can see, it's gonna be a bit of a difficult task right here. I'm gonna try to hold this in place. Remember, flip the tool to the left to go right. And there we go. Also, you could also separate it a little bit by just ripping it gently here, so you have a little bit more space to screw this in. Okay, there you go. So it's tightened all the way now. We're gonna plug it in again just to make sure that there is power. And yeah, the power is still running on the dash cam, as you guys can see right here. Power is still running. Everything is good. Now we're gonna go ahead and cover this up, put the plastic trim back on, and run the wire on, because you obviously you don't want to have, the point of hard wiring is to, you know, not have wires running all around your trim and people seeing the wires running into your dash cam. So what we're gonna need for this next step is a pry tool. You guys are gonna need a plastic pry tool. It's gonna look something like this. Or this, to get started. All right, so now we're gonna put the plastic trim back. Grab it from the back here. So this clip, I believe, goes over here. There we go. That's the gear. Alright, so the clip is back on. And now what I do is, there's still power going to it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So since we know there's power going to it, we're gonna unplug this USB-C cable. And we're gonna put this trim back in. And the way I do it, there's actually a hole in the plastic trim. I run the wire through it. then just make sure it's back in place and just twist till it clicks. There we go. Next part right here. We'll have to use a flathead for this one. There we go. Now it's back in place. We have the wire here. Now all we have to do is run this wire up along the trim of the car. And how we do that is next up with the pry tool. So you want to gently start here and see how far the wire reaches. So his dash cam is positioned right over here. So we just want to make sure the wire is long enough to reach all around under the trim to get to the dash cam here. So how we're gonna do that? You don't want to do it with these because these are sensitive. They're not as thick. So you're gonna start with this part right here. We're gonna run it into the plastic trim using the pry tool. We're gonna tuck it under the weather stripping. Now once you get to this part right here, you're gonna divert the wire from the weather stripping and into this part of, what's this called again? Headliner? The headliner? Yeah. Yeah, so you're gonna now divert the wire from the weather stripping into the headliner. Same way using the pry tool. You wanna be careful doing this because there is an airbag right here. So you're just gonna, and just tuck the wire in. There we go. So once we have this running, then you're gonna tuck it into the headliner under here. Same way again, just tuck the wire in. Using the pry tool. We still have some excess wire here. And for the most part, that looks pretty good. There's not really much you could do with this wire here. Just tuck it in. So far, so good. So we're just gonna turn on the dash cam. And as you guys can see, everything is good. And then for the rear camera, the wiring's already been wired through. Same way through over the headliner, into the weather stripping, into the back. As you guys can see on the back camera right there, which is also on. So you just plug that USB-C connector for the rear wire, for the rear part of the dash cam in. And that's how you guys hardwire your dash cam into a BMW. For my second job, I would say we did pretty good. Last time we did it, took us about an hour and a half. This one took about maybe like, what, 30 minutes? 30 minutes to do. So, you know, with experience and time, you get faster and better at doing these things. And if you guys have any questions regarding doing it, make sure you comment down below in the comments. And I'm gonna see you guys on the next video.